Now we've waited several hours for our bread dough to rise, and you want it to at least double in size. So sometimes it could take just a couple hours, sometimes a little bit longer, but you want it to be double in its size there. Now, I'm using a Lodge number 12 Dutch oven. And so what we've done is created a windbreak to stop any airflow and for blowing. And what we've done is got our coals started. Now, it doesn't matter if you use actual charcoal like I'm doing or briquettes. What you want to do is with a number 12 Lodge Dutch oven is you want to double the amount of coals. So that means there's 24 coals. Because heat rises, you want approximately 8 coals on the bottom and 16 on the top. Now this will bring the temperature up to approximately 325 degrees. If you want to go, let's say 350 degrees, you just add one more coal to the bottom, one more coal to the top. But for the bread here, I'm going with just the 325. So now what we're going to do is take and try to evenly put the coals on and just kind of space them out along the lid. If you're using briquettes, it's a little bit easier to judge than actual charcoal. So I'd suggest if it's your first time cooking with a Dutch oven, to go ahead and use briquettes until you get a little bit of practice. Then you go ahead and you set it around in and let it sit. Now this will take approximately 50 to 60 minutes. And what you want to do is about every 15 minutes or so, I want you to take and actually turn it about 1/4 turn clockwise, and the lid I want you to go ahead and turn 1/4 turn counterclockwise. And that way it doesn't create hot spots. It evenly disperses the heat. Now, if you've noticed, every now and then you can take the lid off, and if you notice that it's actually getting cooked too fast, you can remove coals. If it's cooking too slow, you can add coals. But the general rule of thumb is for a number 12, you have 24 pieces, and so on and so on. So we're going to let this sit, and I'm going to babysit it, and like I said, about every 15 minutes or so, go ahead and rotate, and we'll come back after about 50 to 60 minutes, and it should be ready to go. Now it's been about 55 minutes, and the bread is lightly browned on the top, which means it's done. And so the coals and the ash on the top and the bottom, I always take and save and collect. That way I can make soaps and stuff later. But the bread, as you can see, is nice and golden brown. And I'm going to pop this out and show you what it look like. And there's your nice round loaf of sourdough. Normally I'd let this cool a little bit, but you can rip it apart, you can make little pies, whatever. I always like to take and put some butter on it. The top is lightly crunchy. But the center, real nice and airy. And that's all there is to it. Dutch oven is a wonderful thing. Hope you enjoyed this and come back and see us now.